Hey, it's Miss Lady T. What's going on? If I had to tell you about my day, you probably would not even believe it. But I'm going to tell you about some of it because it's pretty cool. And we got some tarot. I haven't wanted to know about the love life because it usually applies to me too. It's just, I've been avoiding it kind of. My bad. Oh, there's something on my screen. Okay, anyway. Where do I want to start? I drew my letters earlier, and I got MSN News. Maybe not for all, but for some. Cat's sleeping. I wanted to get my cat sleeping. She just balled up there. She's being all cute. Had to. So, I'm trying to figure out where I want to be. Anyway, I wrote some of my stuff down because I'm just like, I had a download tonight, and I'm just like, is it actually a reason? It was like a question I was asking about the situation with my parents' wall or whatever, garage, whatever. That was planned bigger than shit. This is for entertainment purposes only. If my family's watching, sorry, but this is what I believe. I believe it was, there was no reason for this person to be near my mom's home, first of all. None of this story makes sense. It was a target. It's supposed to hit the garage to mess up the car. She messed up and hit the wall instead of the garage to hit the car. So now the car is still untouched, undamaged. They don't want me to use the car to find a job more than a mile away from my house that I can walk to. So I'm just like, they're like, I'm going to take this car home. And I'm like, wait. So one of you had it for 6 months for whatever reason. Just cause, okay, whatever. You guys both have incomes. I trying to have an income, doing what I love to do, talk about my life and use my cards and let you know about it, because it's a trip. Now my dog's acting up because they send the energy and return to sender any bad energy, bad voodoo, or any spell work. Return to sender tenfold with love and light. In Jesus' name, amen. I have to do this at least, I'll probably do it at least 15, 20 times a day. It's just constant. It's ridiculous. But the things that happened today, I'm going to get through them real quick. We'll draw some cards. There was a meeting with, like, the contractor today about stuff. But yeah, I think it was a target to mess up the car, so that way I wouldn't ask to be like, well, can I use it to, like, go earn some money? Like, you can do anything. It's, you know, it's mobility, it's transportation. And the other two people have cars. They have income, but I have no income and no car. And I'm just like, wouldn't it make sense for that person to be like, until I can get, you know, back on my feet a little bit, maybe can I go to work? I don't know. You know, I'm trying to break through on here, but I know I'm being messed with and stuff on here. It's cool because I'm still going to talk about it. So, whatever you got to do, you got to do. But, divine timing. I'm patient, so it's all right. It's not all right, but, you know, we'll get through it. But yeah, past all that, it was weird today seeing that kind of stuff going on at the house. But anyway, come back home. There's a really fuzzy yellow caterpillar that's going across the camera glitch. Going across the sidewalk. And I looked up the meaning of it. Means inner energy and harmony, and also representing the early stages of new beginnings, growth, and potential transformation. Yellow is a sign of positivity, joy, and hope. And I'm just like, I thought that was cool because it was just random. I don't see fuzzy caterpillars or spines hanging out of them. I know, like the Farmer's Almanac, sometimes, you know, dark caterpillars mean a, you know, wet winter with an early spring, you know, that kind of thing. I didn't look up the Farmer's Almanac meaning, but I thought it was cool, and I'm just like, neat. And every once in a while I'll see a yellow bird. So yellow is a very good color to see. So if you see yellow a lot, good deal. Change is coming. Just be patient. Do your part. Put the energy out in the world. I know I keep saying this, and today, I mean, I was kind of down and out a little bit, sorts a little bit, and that's why I didn't get on or do anything today. There was opportunities for me to do stuff, but I just laid low because I'm just kind of going through some shit, you know, which I'm sure a lot of us are. But got home, chillaxed a little bit, was watching TV, got out of my funk a little bit, and the dog started acting up. And I don't know if it's something wrong with her, if it's, I think it's people sending shit, I don't know. But I know they sent shit to my other dog, and that's why he lost his little mind there for a minute, and she's doing the exact same thing, and it's like, I don't know. I don't want to put everything on spell work, because I mean, you know, it's body, and they get old, and they do things. But she'll go do this Wreck-It Ralph thing, where she just runs into walls, and I have to block the stairs so she wouldn't fall. That she fell down the stairs about a week ago, and thought she messed up her leg, but she got out of that. She was fine. She just sprained it a little bit. But I'm just like, you know, I'm kind of prepared this time, because I've already went through it, you know, so. But she was going around doing the Wreck-It Ralph thing, and I had this little glass, it looked like a teardrop, and it had like fuzzy crystals in it, and I got it from my son one year for his birthday, and it was like a weather thing. It, like, if the crystals rose, it was going to be foggy or rainy. If the crystals stayed at the bottom, it was going to be sunny and pleasant. But it was like a barometer in there, or whatever. Well, my dog got in one of her spells, and she starts she just wants to run her nose up against, like, the bed and the couches, and just runs up on stuff. And she don't do it very long. Usually I take her outside, and she'll kind of walk it off or whatever. But she did this, and mind you, I've had this weather glass bulb sitting in the same place for probably at least 10 years. I've moved it a couple times. I mean, I've had kittens around it, cats around it, the dogs around. Nothing ever came of it, you know. It never did really work right. Crystals just stayed at the bottom. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, I love you, baby. I hate when they hurt or bothered. I'm not sure, but anyway, she does this Wreck-It Ralph thing. And I'm laying there watching TV. I think I was jamming to some music or something, and I hear something crash. And she had just walked over around the corner. Oh, there's a hot flash. I hear something crash and this weird smell, and I'm like, and I'm, you know, going through stuff, and I don't take it out on the animals or get angry, really. I mean, it's easy to. You get aggravated. But I was, you know, in a good space when it happened, and I'm like, oh, you broke that bulb. And I'm like, it just rolled off and just crashed. And all the liquid and the crystals, that was the weather crystals. I don't know what the hell the liquid was, which is concerning because it smelled like vapor rub for 6 hours after it happened. Open windows and shit. Cleaned it up, tried to get all the glass up. I'm going to check in the morning when it's a little bit more daylight and stuff. But after she did that, she calmed down. And it was because I was getting out of my funk. I've kind of been in the funk, you know, was in the funk today a little bit. And I didn't have a lot happen. But as soon as I get out of the funk, weird shit starts happening. And I'm just like, I know you guys are trying to get to me, but it's not going to work. I'm wearing my glasses so I can read my cards. Yeah, and Caterpillar was cool. The breaking of the bulb thing was not cool. I don't know what the hell the smell was. It does smell like vapor rubbed throughout the house. It was just like, I cleaned it up as best I could, but the smell was still there, and I'm just like, shit, man. I don't know what it was. I prayed to protect me and my animals and stuff, so we wouldn't be breathing any weird shit. Air just kicked on. Yeah, that happened. So I'm just like, picked up the glass. I was still singing my music, cleaned it up. They hate that. They don't like it. I know they don't like it. It's reaction. You just clean it up. It happened. Okay. Don't yell at the animal. She's doing her thing. Wrong place, wrong time, and it happened, you know. And so you just gotta get over it. Picked up the shit, cleaned it up. All right. But the contractor thing too. Resilient construction, and I'm like, resilient. That's cool. Sorry, I bounced around a little bit. I wrote my little thoughts down, and then I was just like, try to stay in order. Sometimes I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle some cards. And Dora can sleep over there. Oh, I love that song. I know you guys can't hear it because of the copyright. I split the deck on isolation and vibrancy. That's why you're isolated, because you're vibrant. And they don't want nobody to recognize you or nobody to see you. I'm just saying. I do have my, like, emotional deck for, like, the love reading part of it. I'll pull just to see what's happening, because there's just weird shit happening. Had a weird visitor the other day. Not a weird visitor. I mean, it was nice though. He got me a pack of smokes, and it was cool. Just dropped it off and left. You know, I was like, well, that's nice. You know, kind of been having it rough lately, which I'm sure a lot of us is, but I'm thankful and blessed for the things I do have. Thankful that these rough patches aren't always. It's just a stage. It's just growing pains. You'll be all right. Yeah, let me shuffle it back here. Curious on what's coming out, because energy has been weird today, but it's been up and down, like good, bad, and it never got as bad as it was this morning. This morning was kind of weird all day, but first card out, accumulation. This is nice. I can read the cards now. I mean, it's kind of dark in here, but 10 of Pentacles. You can't beat that. 10 of Pentacles. First card. I thank you already. All I got to say. I just thank you already. Thank them already for it, because that way it's in the universe. Because you know the truth. So probably the little things I've been figuring out tonight is probably the truth. So if you've had anything going on in your life and it sounds just weird and strange, think about it. And listen to different songs. Kind of flip around different TV shows just to see if you see anything with cars or walls, or, you know, if anything happened in your life, something like that. But yeah, you're going to have accumulation because you're telling the truth. And that's it. If you tell the truth, you ain't going to have to worry about any skeletons in your closet. If you got anybody ask a question, I let it all out. I'll tell you exactly what my life's been. I have no problems. And that's a freedom feeling all on its own, to just be able to say that. I couldn't stand it. I hated it when I had a bunch of secrets and I was trying to hide, you know, my addictions and all that. That's torture. That's torment. That is truly hell on earth. You know, I know people's... and I'm actually talking about that, and look what pops out. Because that's who put it in your life. And you got to break that cycle. You have to break the cycle. If not, you'll just keep carrying it on. Your kids are carrying on. You got to break. It's got to stop sometimes. And you might as well keep going, because that's why they're fighting you so hard. If they're fighting you hard, you know you're doing something right. That's how I look at it. Wow, that one just... Okay. Couple pop out like right away. You've been in isolation, and it's been you're causing conflict in your isolation. That's what I think. Because I know about isolation. Could be self-isolation, could be because you don't want to be isolated, but you just happen to be isolation, you know. But you're still causing conflict. Because they don't want you to talk. They don't want you to speak up on 14:11 on the clock. They don't want you to speak up on stuff that's going on. So I'm sure they've heard what my speculations on the car thing is, and I'm just like, it makes no sense. Why would a family want to do that? Just, I'm not trying to take it, just like they're not trying to, you know, I don't know. But I'm just like, why do you keep somebody down just on purpose? And then bitch at them, hey, you don't have a job. It's like, but he's been driving it and you want it now, and it's like you both have cars and incomes, but I don't have either. And it just makes no sense to me. And it's just like, okay, whatever. I'll still get through what I need to do, and I'll still have a job, it's, Lord willing, to have a job doing something else. I don't know. I still want to do this. Not that, but circumstances arise and but I have patience. I have faith. These 3 cards came out. Love, outpouring, and community. Oh, there's conflict in your love life. You're avoiding the conflict, and it's going to cause an outpouring. Community. Community is after conflict. Oh, the community's... Okay, yeah. Sometimes I gotta lay these cards out so I can see what's together. It's like, that don't make sense. Yeah, community's in conflict over your outpouring in your new love life that's coming. And maybe your old love life has something to do with the conflict in the community. 16 o'clock. Just saying. This is a good time to break out some love messages here. So we got love and outpouring. Let's put these up. And now it's got me curious on the love and the outpouring. Too emotional. Let me see. I'm curious though. I don't know. I haven't really been entertaining it, but it's been a thought, so I don't know. There's just been more important things, and if I find love, I do, and if whenever I do, it'll be the right time. So love and outpouring. What about the love? What about the love? Spirit, what about the love? I'm losing it. What about the love? Somebody's trying to make a wish. Or maybe you're making a wish. I made a wish. It wasn't in... I guess it wasn't in alignment at the time. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. But you gotta get over shit, Sometimes you don't get all your wishes. Divine's protection. The Lord's rejection is sometimes God's protection or something. Something like that. I know I messed that up probably, but... Sometimes he protects you from shit, or that one flipped. It's that one. Oh, well, they're under pressure and they're having anxiety. Probably because they made bad choices. You gotta think them through. I've been there too. I've made bad choices. I'm not saying I'm holier than thou, but bad choices, they do suck, but it's like, wow. It was a trap. Trap for you or trap for them? Here's a question. Trap for you or trap for them? Who is the trap for? Probably for them because you have them blocked and they miss you. Well, why do they miss you so much? Why are they under pressure? Why don't they just come out and say it? I miss you. Oh, they're gonna start sweet talking you. Might be breadcrumbing, I don't know. It says trap in here, so I wouldn't trust anything right now as far as new love going. Yeah, watch out for this person because you're gonna have shocking news about him. And you don't want to get mixed up in some shit or find out some shit and be like, man, I thought you were different. Maybe you wasn't different because they might be shocking news too because they've been doing the most and it's not going to go unchecked. I guarantee you that. And police station comes out. Hello? That's what I just said. So yeah, they got themselves into some ish. Not that I don't say that word. They're trying to mirror you. If they're into shit, they're trying to get you into shit too. Not happening. Nope. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. I mean, I believe if you're doing wrong and pay your crime or whatever, but if you ain't into shit and somebody's trying to pull you in, just stay away from them. I know it's hard to do sometimes, but just they're ashamed, guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. They know they did wrong. And that's the thing, but then they want to self-project it. And it's just like, Well, I didn't do anything wrong, so... Not that I mean, I've done wrong in relationships before. I'm not going to say I'm, perfect in that, right? But if they just come out, tell you the truth, it'd make things a lot better. You still forgive them, but you're turning your back. You forgive them, but you're not forgetting, so you're turning your back. I feel you. Alright, one more. We know they got themselves into shit. They're going to try to sweet talk you. You turned your back on them. They're feeling ashamed. You was their wish. Now they're feeling anxiety. They're trying to marry you. You're going to hear some shocking news, but they do miss you. I mean, that don't mean get back with them, but they do miss you. If this is an ex, which I believe sounds like to me. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, this kind of wraps it all up. Shady. Being shady. So your intuition was right on that, and if you thought they was being shady, they was. Yeah, they was. Anyway, it's Miss Lady T. Thanks for the late night reading. Thanks for the donations. Leave a comment, like, share, comment down below. That would be cool. And I will catch you the next time. Bye.